What's up you guys, it's Hannah, welcome back to my channel. Also, what's up you guys, it's editing Hannah, welcome back to my channel. Despite how long I filmed for this video and how long I talked, I somehow managed to leave out stuff that I wanted to say, so I'm gonna be popping in here and there to add other things that I want to say, so hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you soon. In today's video, I am going to be giving you guys my advice, tips, experience, and just talking about how to start and grow a YouTube channel in 2019. I feel like this is definitely the topic that I've gotten the most questions about literally ever. I get DMs all the time asking me if I have any tips or any advice for people who want to start a channel or, you know, for growing a channel and all that. So I have been wanting to make this video for a while, but I've just, you know, not done it until now, but it's here. Hi. So I put a little question thing on my Instagram story to ask you guys what things you want me to talk about, kind of just to gauge like where I should go with this video and the things that I should touch on. So I went through all of the responses and wrote down things that I'm going to talk about today. So I have an outline for this video because if I didn't have an outline, I think it would be like 3 hours long. So I'm gonna try and stick to the outline. I'm just gonna get right into it. The first thing that I wanna talk about is my personal story and like how I started, why I started, all of that. I started my channel in the winter of 2017, so it's been about a year and a half that I've had my channel. I started it when I was a freshman in college, and I started it because I used to make videos when I was younger and I knew how much I loved making them, and it just made me so happy. It like brought this like, I don't even know how to explain it. You know when you have like a feeling and you just don't know how to put it into words? This bright, happy feeling that it gave me to like create videos and edit them and just upload them. I loved doing that when I was younger, but I stopped when I went into middle school because I just didn't want to be made fun of for that. Yeah, I just knew people wouldn't be nice about it and they would make fun of me, so I just didn't really want to even try. And then the same thing happened in high school. Like I didn't start a channel again. It would just be added drama that I just didn't need and I didn't want to deal with it, and I was also just scared. So I didn't start a channel until I was in college. I'm so glad that I started my channel again. Well, this is obviously a different channel than I had when I was like 10, but yeah, I felt like it was really the time for me, and I honestly, if I could go back in time, I would tell myself to do it anyways in high school because I'm sad that I didn't, but here we are. I got back into making videos my first semester of freshman year of college, and I'm so glad that I did. I started it again because I knew I loved it and I really wanted that creative outlet again because I hadn't had it for so long. If you don't know this about me, also I transferred. I'm going into my junior year and I'm starting at a new school, but even my freshman year when I first went to my first school, I knew that that's really not where I belonged, and I felt like so out of place and I felt lonely, and starting my channel really gave me that outlet that I needed, like desperately needed. That's kind of, I guess, a little bit about my YouTube story. I'll be touching on some more of that when I hit these points in my outline. I decided to split this video into 2 sections. So the first section is starting, the second section is growing, because those are really the 2 like main things people ask me about. Like, how do you even start? And then once you've started, how do you grow your audience? How do you grow your channel? How do you get your name out there? Let's begin. I'm gonna need to take a drink. I'm drinking kombucha today. Weird, but I got a coffee earlier today, so don't worry, I've had my coffee, but I got my coffee and then I accidentally drank it all before I started filming this video, so. And honestly, my stomach does not do well when I have multiple coffees a day, so I was not trying to like throw up or anything. So the first thing I want to talk about in regards to starting a channel is confidence, and just having the confidence to take that first step and start. I have like bullet points and stuff because I legitimately made an outline because this could get rambly. How to overcome the fear of being judged by friends, by your family, how to not really care about if anyone would have negative opinions about your channel. So I think that the only thing you can do in this situation is do it. Like, if you sit there and you wait around for the right time, you're probably just going to continue to find excuses for it to not be the right time, and then it's never going to be the right time. You just need to take a leap of faith. That's really all you have to do. With YouTube, I feel like I had been thinking about it for so long and I was like, oh, but I just shouldn't. I was just making excuses, and then I was just like, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do this for me. I want this outlet back. I love doing this. This is something I'm deeply passionate about, and if people support me, that's awesome, but if people don't support me, screw them. I don't care. Like, I'm doing this because it's what I want to do, and you cannot live your life based on other people's opinions. You are the only person at the end of the day who has to live your life. And if people who you're friends with, if you start a channel and they are rude to you about it, they're not your friends anyway. Those aren't friends. Those people aren't friends. And get new ones. As far as your family, I had people asking me that as well. My family was very supportive of me doing this. They were really excited for me. So I was very lucky. I feel like if they truly support you, they should support you pursuing something that will make you happy. Also, when I started my channel, I did tell my friends and family that I was going to start. It's not like I started posting videos and I just told absolutely nobody. I put it out there, I put it on my social media, and that is honestly how I gained my first at least 100 subscribers, was just from people in my network of social media and like my family and my friends and people I knew. I basically was just like, this is what I'm doing. I'm really excited about it, and I hope, you know, you guys are all excited for me and you support me. That's really, and if you don't support me, moving on. Equipment. Lots of questions about what equipment you need to start. Do you even need an actual camera? Do you need to go out and buy stuff, or can you just do it with what you have? I started on my phone. This is the iPhone 7 Plus. I started on this because honestly, phone cameras these days are really nice quality, and there's nothing wrong with starting on your camera on your phone. You don't have to go out and buy like an expensive camera to start. And I honestly recommend starting with your phone or like anything that you have around, like not going out and spending the money initially, because you want to see if this is something that you really love and that you want to continue doing before you invest a bunch of money in it, because cameras are really expensive. I also started off by editing on iMovie. All Apple products come with iMovie for free, so I also definitely recommend starting out on iMovie, learning that. As for video editing software and apps for non-Apple users, so people who have Windows computers or Android phones, I did a little research because I personally have all Apple products, so I wasn't quite sure about this question, but I found a few sources saying that the Adobe Creative Cloud is kind of the best overall thing for non-Apple users. Their editing software is called Adobe Premiere Pro. You might have heard of it, you might not have, but that is available. That is $20.99 a month, so that's like pretty pricey. But there's also another option, which is kind of like a less professional version of that, which is called Adobe Premiere Elements, which is $69.99, and from what I'm understanding, that's a flat fee, so you could definitely check that out. It kind of sucks. I thought that they had Windows Movie Maker, but I don't know if that even exists anymore. So if you're a Windows user and you have Movie Maker, you can use that because I think that's free, but I'm not quite sure if they even have that anymore. But they did when I was younger because I had a Windows computer when I first started making videos. And then as far as apps go, I found a source that said that a really good one was called Filmora Go, and that is free for people with Android phones, and also Adobe Premiere Clip, which kind of feels like the iMovie app to me, like the Android equivalent of the iMovie app, but that one is also free. I edited on iMovie for almost a year before I bought what I edit on now, which is Final Cut Pro, which is $300 from Apple. Most of the people that I know start on iMovie. I know people who have over 100,000 subscribers and they still use iMovie. You can learn different tips and tricks on how to improve your editing on iMovie. There's tons of videos out there on YouTube. This is one of the main things I wanted to talk about, so I'm not really sure how I forgot this, but I wanted to tell you guys about the equipment that I used at first. Some of it I had around my house, some of it I bought, and then I want to tell you what new equipment I got that I use more specifically now. So I made a list. My first ever camera that I bought was the Canon PowerShot SX730HS. It was meant to be like a vlog camera, but I ended up using it all the time because I brought it to college because my parents let me use their camera that they bought a long time ago. It's called the Canon Rebel T2i. I feel like they're up to like the T7i now, but that camera is still really nice, and I'm glad my parents let me use that, but they just didn't want me bringing it to school, so I brought my Canon PowerShot to school. And then when I would use the Rebel T2i, I also bought the Rode Video Micro. It's a little microphone, and I used that with it because the internal microphone for the T2i was just not good, and the Rode Video Micro was a smaller version of the big Rode microphone that a lot of professionals use, and it wasn't too expensive for the quality. It's really good quality microphones. So if you ever need an external mic, I highly recommend it. I got mine on Amazon. The first vlogging tripod that I bought was the GorillaPod 325. It is really small, and it ended up like giving out on me, so honestly I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend going and getting the size right above that, but I thought I got the size right above that, but I actually got like 2 sizes above that, so I'm just gonna jump ahead for a second. The one that I use now is the GorillaPod 3K, which is kind of big. Anyway, going back to my first tripod that I got was the Sunpack 585 5.8 DLX. I still use that. That's my main like standing tripod for sit down videos. And then like I said, the GorillaPod 3K is what I vlog on now. And I also just recently bought the Canon EOS M50 camera, which is what I'm filming on in this video, what I've been filming on, and I love that camera. It is amazing and I'm so happy I bought it. So that is what I use now. And like I mentioned, I used iMovie to edit at first, and now I use Final Cut Pro. Also, in regards to how I personally edit, I have a video called How I Edit My YouTube Videos, and that kind of just shows the basics of what I do in Final Cut. So if you're interested in seeing some of the stuff that I do, I have that video. I'll link it down below for you guys. So the next thing is music, background music, non-copyrighted music. This is tricky. This is a sticky situation because the copyright situation on YouTube has gotten so out of hand and people are getting copyrighted left and right for like ridiculous shit. So I used to just look up on YouTube like non-copyrighted music, but I highly don't recommend doing that anymore because even though it's non-copyright when you see it and you download it and you use it, that doesn't mean it won't get copyrighted in the future. I use a website called Thematic now. I was set up with that through my management company, thank God. I'm not actually sure if that costs money. I looked it up and I thought that I saw that it was free, but I'm not quite sure how that works. So if you want to look into that, I would definitely recommend it because once you're signed up for that, you can link your channel to it because it's music for content creators. Then you basically get the rights to all these songs that are on Thematic. All you have to do is copy the link that they give you and put it in your description of your video, and that like activates your music license. I know there are other websites like that, so I would definitely do your research and find one of those. Now I want to talk about how to come up with video ideas and also what your first video should be. I got tons of questions about that, like what should I do for my first video. My first video personally was the boyfriend tag. It is currently privated because I am no longer with that boyfriend. I knew that the boyfriend tag was a video, like it was a popular topic. I honestly don't have like a concrete answer for you guys about what your first video should be. I feel like it kind of should be something that is easily searched, like a video topic that you know is popular and also one that's popular at the time. So say you want to start your channel around like this time of the year, back to school time, your first video could definitely be something back to school related because right now back to school videos are poppin' and people are searching for them left and right. But I'm not saying just do like some cookie cutter video. Do a topic that's trendy, but try and put your unique personality into it as much as possible. And then for planning videos in general, I recommend getting a notebook. This is just from TJ Maxx. It was like $5. I like to write video ideas and just brainstorming and stuff. I feel like, you know, there are just times where you're feeling extra inspired, and I feel like it's easiest to come up with tons of ideas when you're feeling like that. So if you are in a time like that, write down every video idea that you can think of. You might get to a time where you're feeling uninspired because if that happens too, you can look back on those ideas that you wrote down and maybe they will spark some inspiration. Also, I feel like you really learn what you like to watch by watching other people. Think about what videos, when they pop up in your subscriptions, that you are so excited about. That should lead you in a direction of figuring out what content is your favorite, and then definitely make the content that you love to watch. If you're making videos about something that you don't even give a shit about or you don't even really like just because it's something that's trendy at the time, you're just not gonna have fun. And really the point of this is it's supposed to be fun. And then last thing I'm gonna talk about in the starting category is probably really long. Having confidence on camera and also in public. So when I first started my channel, I was
so awkward. Oh my god.
Like looking back on my first video, I didn't really realize how awkward I was gonna be until I turned the camera on and sat down in front of it and I was like, oh shit, like what do I say? Hi everyone, my name is Hannah and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have finally started a YouTube channel. It was a weird feeling. Over time, it really does get easier and it really just takes practice and it takes time. For most people, I don't know, some people I guess are just naturally totally cool with it and not awkward at all, but I'm a very awkward person, so that is not how it works for me. Once you get comfortable on camera, then you're really able to let your personality show through, and the same thing is with public vlogging. Honestly, I still have issues sometimes with public vlogging because it's just like you're scared that you're gonna see somebody that you know and that it'll be awkward, and you're kind of scared of like that awkward encounter, and also you're like scared of people judging you. But this circles back to what I said at the beginning about having confidence and not worrying about other people's opinions. So I really need to take my own advice. Public vlogging is another thing that you just kind of have to do it. Like, if you think about it too much, you're gonna deter yourself from wanting to do it because it's stressful to think about. So just don't think about it and go out and do it. Get that good content. All right, let's take a brief intermission because I've been talking for 30 minutes and I only did part 1. Okay, and we're back. Let's begin the second part of this video, which is growing your channel. So once you've started and you've implemented all of the steps that I just told you, you're probably wondering, well, now what the f do I do? How do I grow? How do I get my name out there? So I am going to share with you things that I've learned from my experience. This isn't everything that you can do. I mean, really, this whole video is just my personal knowledge. All right, first and most important thing is optimization. That is a word that you need to know. Optimization. Now, the action of making the best or most effective use of a situation or resource. Basically, it's the things that you can do to give your channel the best chance of getting out there and being noticed and being searched and found by people. So I do have a list of tips, and if you've watched my videos before, you've probably heard me talk about the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm can be your best friend or your worst enemy, and I'm gonna tell you some ways to make it your best friend. Like I said, this is not everything that you can do, but just some of my personal tips for how to make the YouTube algorithm your best friend. If you play the YouTube algorithm right, it will work for you and it will help you to grow your channel and get your channel out there. And this is how. Number 1, consistency. This is what I've been told by people who, you know the system, know the algorithm, and have experience, that this is very important. Consistency. You need to post the same day every week. If you just want to do one day, I post on Sundays personally. I post the same day at the same time every week. You need a posting schedule. The longer that you post consistently, like I've been posting every Sunday for months. The longer that you post consistently on the same day, and if you can get it to the same time, that's helpful. I don't know how necessary that is, honestly, but it's better to be safe than sorry, so I post at the same time. I schedule them automatically to post so that I don't miss it. The longer that you have like a track record of posting the same day, like having a consistent posting schedule and actually following it, the longer the better. And if you post consistently for like 3 months and then you miss an upload, that will hurt you. This is something that is so critical for people who are trying to grow. I feel like once you already have like freaking 8 million subscribers, then it's like you have to find a posting schedule that works best for you, for your mental health, for your schedule, for your other obligations. If you're in school, you have to create a schedule that works for you. My personal schedule is once a week. I tried to do twice a week and I did not do well because I felt like my content was forced. I felt like I had all these time deadlines because I was making more content and I needed it to be up quicker. Anyway, the point of that is that consistency is very important, especially for people who are just starting out. Start your channel with a posting schedule and be vocal about your posting schedule. Tell people like, I'm gonna be posting a video on this day, and if you know exactly what time you want to post every week, say, also at this time, so that people are looking for your videos and they know when to expect one. Next, engagement on your videos. This is also really important for the algorithm. What this basically means is when your subscribers are engaging with you by commenting on your videos, comment back to them, comment back to every single person, heart every single comment. Literally, that boosts your engagement. Also, more importantly than boosting your engagement, commenting back to your subscribers' comments on your videos really helps you to build a good relationship with your subscribers and get to know them and just connect with them. I don't want to make that seem like it's an afterthought to me because it is 100% not, but I think I was just so focused on talking about like the growth part of this video and just how to grow your channel and just the things that the algorithm likes you to do, and I just don't want to make it seem like I only comment back to people because it boosts my engagement. I really genuinely like connecting with you guys. Just wanted to put that out there because it sounds like I was acting like it was an afterthought in this, but like I said, this whole video is really about how to start and grow a channel, so that's what I was focused on. So watch time is another thing. So that's how long people are watching your videos. You can see this information in your creator studio. There's like a bunch of analytics that you can really use to your advantage. It'll tell you the average time that somebody is watching each video. You want that to be high. The higher your watch time is, the more likely the algorithm is to recommend your video. When you see people's videos pop up on your recommended and you're like, what the f? Like, why? The algorithm did that. They recommended those videos to you, and honestly, consistency, engagement, and watch time are like the holy trinity of the algorithm. Those three things, if you do them well all together, you're golden. And your videos are probably gonna show up on someone's recommended page because people see videos in their recommended, and if they see something they like, they click it. If they like you, they subscribe. Another thing that is important is using keywords, that being like your title of your video and also like the hashtags that you can put in your video. You can put up to 3 and they'll show up like below your video. And also the tags, when you're uploading your video, you can add tags. You can also go onto this part of Google, it's called Google Trends, and you can type in like terms or topics and it'll show you over like the timeline of a year, and it'll collect past data from like the past year, and it'll kind of project what parts of the year those certain things will be the most popular, so you can see how many people are searching for those things and when they're searching for them. I do this a lot, honestly. When I have 2 possible options or maybe even 3 for what I want to title my video, I'll go into Google Trends and I'll type in the first couple words of each idea that I have and just see which one is most searched, and then I'll use the one that's most searched. That's just another way to optimize your channel and to make it as searchable as possible. You want your thumbnails to be visually appealing, aesthetically pleasing, really good quality thumbnails. If somebody sees your video on their recommended page and you have a cool thumbnail and it just looks really nice to look at and it's a good representation of what your video is about, people are gonna click on it. I always click on thumbnails. I click on videos that I like how the thumbnail is laid out. The thumbnail is so important. It's someone's first impression of your video and you want to make it good. I'm gonna tell you the 3 apps, the holy trinity of thumbnail editing apps that you need. They're all free: VSCO, Phonto, and PicsArt. VSCO I use to put a filter on the video. Phonto I use to put the writing on the video. PicsArt is what I use to do anything else. PicsArt is honestly one of the most versatile apps, maybe the most versatile app I have ever used for YouTube in general. I make things for my actual videos using PicsArt as well. I make thumbnails using PicsArt. You can make transparent background images, and you can do all of that with the free version of PicsArt. You can get like PicsArt Gold or whatever, but I see no need for me at least to do that. All of the things that are really needed in general are available with the free version of PicsArt. So you need those 3 apps. Use them, learn them, love them. Going along with that, you want your channel to be laid out in a way that is organized as well. I used to have my channel and it was just all my uploads. You go to like my home on my channel and it's just my uploads, but now I have broken it into a few other things. You can add a channel trailer, which is something that when someone visits your channel, the video will play. For that, you want to pick a video that you've done fairly recently and that is done well, and also a video that really represents you, your channel, your editing, your vibe. It's kind of a science if you think about it. Definitely take advantage of those features, and then you want to lay out your home screen of your channel in a way that's organized but also exhibits lots of your content and is visually appealing. And then going along with the whole channel organization thing, another thing that I've done that I learned is good for optimization and views is creating playlists. So I have a few that I've made and I feature those playlists on my channel. People will put on a playlist and then just let the videos run. Having a bunch of videos in one place that's available for someone to just watch the next one and the next one and the next one, creating those playlists and grouping like videos into them makes it a lot easier for your viewer, and also it's good for your views because people like just turning playlists on. Last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm just going to talk about this briefly because I'm sure there are people out there that know way more about the actual logistics of this than I do, but I'm just going to explain to you what I know about it, and that is making money on YouTube. In order to even start monetizing your channel, you have to be part of the YouTube Partner Program, and in order to be considered for the YouTube Partner Program, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and it has to be within the last 12 months. Basically, your watch hours are just how long people have watched your videos for, so that will be impacted by your views, also your watch time, the length of your videos, how many videos you posted, all of that. Once you hit those 2 requirements, YouTube will then review your channel to make sure that you qualify for the partner program. Basically, they're just looking to see that you've been following the rules and that you've been growing organically, meaning you didn't buy any subscribers or any views, and also that you don't have like content strikes or copyright strikes on your channel. This process for me, like their review of my channel,
took a month.
And I'm just gonna blame it on the fact that there's a lot of people on YouTube these days, and there's probably a lot of people that are hitting the requirements at the same time as me, so it took a month after I hit 1,000 for them to send me an email and tell me that I was accepted into the partner program. So then as soon as they accept you, you can start monetizing your videos, which means ads will start appearing on your videos. There are settings that you can go into in your creator studio for each video, and you can just turn them on. That is how you start making money. And you also need to sign up for a Google AdSense account, because Google AdSense is how how you are gonna get paid. You can do that before you even hit the requirements in your creator studio, and you just sign up for an account, put in your bank account information and stuff and your address and all that, and they're gonna send you verification stuff. Once you put in your bank account information, they're gonna put like a random amount of money in your bank account, and it's gonna be like just a few cents, and you have to type in like how many cents that they gave you to verify that that is your bank account. And then for your address, they're gonna send you something in the mail to your house, and it'll have a code, and you go in, put in the code that they sent you, and you need to do those two things to verify your identity really for AdSense, and then that enables you to like get paid. Okay, so then once you start earning ad revenue, you have to hit a payment threshold before you actually receive a payment from AdSense. So the threshold is $100. If by the end of the period you have not hit $100, your balance in your account will just roll over to the next period, and it'll just keep adding up until you hit that $100 threshold, and then you'll get a check. So basically how the periods work, it is by month. So this is just an example. So say you start monetizing your videos on March 1st. You have from March 1st to March 31st, so literally the first day of the month to the last day of the month, to earn $100. All of the money that you earn in March is just your March revenue. So then if you have hit $100 by the end of March, you will see the total in your AdSense account. The balance from March will be put into your account like mid-April, and then you get paid the 21st of that month. So for your March revenue, you will get paid on April 21st if you've hit that $100 threshold. I hope that made sense. I'm not sure how much you make per view. I don't even know if you make like a few cents. I honestly have no idea how much you make off of every time an ad is viewed. Like it adds up by, you know, you put the ads on your videos. When people watch your videos, you get paid every time somebody views your ads in your videos. So the more views you get, the more people who are watching your videos. And if your videos have ads in them, the more people that are therefore watching the ads. And then the more people that are watching the ads, the more you're making from AdSense, and the more you're making, you know, in general. Another way that people make money off of YouTube is by doing sponsorships with brands. I'm sure you've seen I've done a few, and a lot of YouTubers do them. I didn't directly mention this or explain it in this video because that honestly is a whole video in itself explaining that, and it would have just made this video way longer than it already is. So if you guys are interested in seeing a whole video about that side of YouTube and like the business aspect and connecting with brands and all of that type of stuff, let me know in the comments and I will make that video. I think that's all that I wanted to say in this video. I really hope that this video was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you've stayed until this point in the video, you deserve an award. But also comment down below I'm a real one, because you are a real one. If you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.